And we are live. Hello and welcome to the Toonami Squad podcast sessions, episode 29. How's it going, everybody? I am your host, Eric Casey, also known as eRockstar5 on Twitter.
I'm Phantom, and I thought we were on episode 30.
One or the other.
I'm Sam. I write for Toonami Squad.
I'm also Sam, and I'm a graphic designer, and I'm the graphic designer for Toonami Squad.
Don't be shy, guys. We've already done this 35.
I told you. This is
Asshole.
okay. About the intro. It's just a constant thing that we do.
I'll just wait on you, Silver.
The consistency.
That's the thing. Stop waiting. Just someone say something,
The
please.
consistency of this intro is like the consistency of a Smash Bros. Trailer.
Okay. I'm Silver, and I'm supposed to be on vacation,
Yeah,
and I
you're
do
here.
thumbs.
I'm Steven. I run social media for Toonami Squad.
Did we miss anybody? Okay. I think that was everybody in case we missed anybody. Did we miss anybody?
You missed
No.
Silver.
No, we got Silver.
We got
I
Silver.
know. I was just hoping you all. I was just hoping you all win.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm supposed to be on vacation, but I'm here for some reason.
Yes, you are.
For some reason.
Well,
I
you
don't
were
know why.
You specifically asked to be invited this time, so don't give us lip. You even
Boss
said to me,
forced me to do it.
Well, you know what? He's not here because he's currently in Smash Bros. Right now.
"What?
Shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Why do you think those leaks were going about?
Anyway, well, speaking
Anyways,
of
we got-
to be as pure coincidence, our opening topic is called "What are you planning? What are you
What
playing?"
am I planning? I'm planning a robbery the other day.
Robbery, you gotta go bigger.
Can you rob me
Have
like
you assholes
$500 for a
played
new
any
laptop?
No.
Have any of you assholes played any recent games? Fuck you, Sam White.
Actually, can I just explain what about that one?
Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
I've been trying to do that for the past 5 minutes, actually. So basically, what you're playing is basically what you've been playing, and just kind of give a brief review on it.
Okay.
Okay.
So who wants to start off?
I played the Jump Force beta.
Fuck you.
Gon is God tier. Goku is second level, but the best character, hands down, is Yusuke Urameshi.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Very underrated.
Spirit Gun comes in handy.
I'm looking forward to that game because of the Yu Yu Hakusho stuff. To be honest with you.
I just want some JoJo stuff, although they recently did a tease of another character reveal, and people are saying it's Fist-O-Die, so I don't know.
Oh boy.
I want
Oh,
to say
Because they're
Superstar.
like strength and finesse, and then their little dipper, I think, or whatever is in the photo. Other than Jump Force, I've been playing the Jack and Daxter series because the whole bundle is on sale on PlayStation Store. I finished. Believe it or not, I grew up as a PS2 kid, but I never played the Jack and Daxter games. So this is actually a first for me. I already finished the one, and now I'm on two.
How would you say is the gameplay? Is it satisfying? Is the controls good and responsive? What?
And the controls are fine, although the driving Jack 2 sucks ass.
Okay.
Yes. Anyone who's played it will understand.
And any final thoughts on it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm still playing it. Like, it's a game by Naughty Dog, one of my favorite developers. Like, I don't know. All right, moving on.
Yeah. Hey, it looks like a great game. Based on the beta, it sounds like it might do well.
Oh, you're talking Jump Force, crap.
Yeah.
I thought I was talking about Jack and Daxter.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, Jump Force. Yeah, Jump Force. I really like it. It gave me Xenoverse vibes because I played a hell of a lot of Xenoverse.
Okay.
With the way the characters move and stuff, and then switch characters and all that. Right.
Hmm.
Now I'm just hoping they do another demo or beta soon because I only got to play 2 right for sessions.
Dope. I've been playing I've been playing Spider-Man. I played the DLC. The heist DLC with Black Cat. And it was solid.
Spidey dies.
Spoilers. No, I'm only
That's
kidding.
not
It
true.
doesn't happen. But I thought overall it was solid. Like I enjoyed it, but the ending was kind of disappointing. A decent cliffhanger that makes me, wonder, but I have my opinions on it. But mainly it was solid. It was a good addition, and I'm looking forward to the DLC. And I also been playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and that has been very solid, even though I was super duper on the fence about it. And I think it's the best gameplay wise. I think it's in multiplayer wise. I think it's the best Call of Duty since like the original games.
I've never been a fan of Call of Duty, to be honest.
Same.
That's fair.
Same.
Just kind of the fatigue.
Well, okay.
I'm just not a fan of the more military shooters. But that extends past Call of Duty. I've tried Battlefield and a bunch of others, and they never hooked me.
Okay. I'll just stay quiet then. Okay.
I guess I'll go next.
Yeah.
Alright, I've been playing a lot of The World Ends With You Final Remix on the Switch. For a $50 port, it's not bad. It's just when you have it docked, it has motion controls and they suck.
I heard the complaints about that. It's just like originally like touch the screen.
Yeah, again, like I told Silver earlier, it's best played on handheld mode. And I've been streaming Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix in preparation for Kingdom Hearts 3.
You want to know something? I bought the
Join you for those streams.
Yes, he did, except for the last one, where I didn't die.
Yeah.
I did not die.
We finally fixed the mic issue.
Yep, and Donald, why would you fucking heal me?
Of course.
You know, I bought the 1.5 plus 2.5 remix, and I still haven't even finished the one.
Yeah.
And actually, the game is getting patched.
That's right, I heard about that.
For 2.5, 1.5, and 2.8, you're able to stream it now.
Nice.
That means I'm able to play 0.2 now.
Okay.
I'm excited now.
Playing any other games?
Dragon Ball Fighters on Switch.
I hope they do a Season 2 DLC.
My only complaint so far is the frame rate on the Super Meter and the quality in the background is not as good.
Mm.
But it still plays just like on PlayStation 4. It's still fluent.
Is it running at 60 or 30 frames?
The fighters are I think are 60.
Okay, that's good.
It's just
pick up Dark
Super Meter is running at 30. Well, that's just my gripe.
Nice.
I guess I'll go. I've been playing GTA 5 on PC. I beat that game back when it released on the PS3 in 2013, I think it came out. But I got it on PC like months ago, and I'm like, oh, let me play through it again. And playing it again on PC, 60 frames per second at like higher resolutions, it's great. It's fun. Like playing GTA at 60 frames per second is a whole different ballpark from playing it from 30. Past that, just been going through my PC backlog. On and off, I've been picking up The Witcher 3.
That's a good game.
I'm trying to think about what other games I have. I played a little bit of Fear. That was fun from what I played. It was like the first hour or so. Past that, though, I can't really say I've been playing a whole lot. I've been busy with school mostly, but for what downtime I have, I've been playing mainly GTA.
Awesome.
No Borderlands.
Well, me lately, I have been playing. Well, I got Vita, so I got Chrono. Okay, Chrono Cross. I've been enjoying it immensely, but also a bit confusing. Mainly because of the perspective issue. Where, oh, sometimes it's top down. Sometimes it's just, oh, okay, so 3D world ish.
Mm.
Because since it's from that time where they just painted, quote unquote, painted all the backgrounds and all the places, you kind of don't see a difference 3D wise.
Mhm.
I've been enjoying it though. Freaking love the music. My one complaint is that sometimes I get lost and then I realize, oh wait, I wasn't lost. I'm just stupid and didn't press a button. Like, beyond that, I played Undertale. It was a thing.
Tsundere playing.
It was uh, it was good. I wouldn't play it again, but it was fine. I think it's mainly because like like the last boss of the game basically breaks the fourth wall and it just ends up being he becomes an impossible boss and when you die the game over screen appears and he says, "Oh, you didn't think I was satisfied just killing you once, did you? Oh no. I'm gonna keep killing you again and again and again and again and again and so on." And that's basically like 5 straight boss battles.
Sounds
You're
fun.
supposed to lose.
Sounds fun and tedious.
It goes
Sounds like the game
from
developers are like, we give up. Here, just
let's
react.
just torture him. Because at first, like, oh, okay, so basically you can attack, but you can also just show mercy to all the enemies.
But who does that, right?
Yeah. But out of boredom, you know what? I've never spared anyone in games. Why not? Okay. Well, okay, so I'll just dodge everything. That's basically the tactic. That comes in the next boss, and it's a Photoshop monster that shoots missiles and vines and laser beams and bullets.
Does it shoot memes too?
Kind of.
I apologize.
And it doesn't shoot it one at a time. It shoots everything. Like it shoots the laser beams at the same time. It shoots missiles at the same time. It shoots spikes at the same time. It just
It sounds
no.
like would you recommend the game? Sounds like madness.
I would recommend it if you like that kind of madness.
What game are we talking about here?
Undertale.
Uh,
It was fun until it starts messing with you psychologically.
That's like almost every indie game.
Because it basically tries to mess with you. Oh no, I'm not done with you yet. I'm gonna keep bringing you back and killing you again until I'm satisfied. And then Battle 4 pops up.
Oh boy.
And the last one is, I'm tired of you dodging. I'm just gonna keep you in this one place.
My God. Well, is there any other games that anybody else wants to mention, or is that pretty much it?
Well, I haven't really had time to play too many games recently other than FIFA 19. And all I can say about that is it's FIFA. That's it.
Soccer.
Nothing changed.
Yeah.
That's not true. The number changed.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's literally it.
And more
Those EA sports titles are the
About
Call of
this.
Duty of sports.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, this year's FIFA, it's just something to if you have free time, and that's really it.
Gotta love EA.
Play hours.
who else? But
I need to get back on my Kingdom Hearts grind, though. Seriously.
No. Kingdom of Hearts.
who
No,
else but
of
EA?
the Hearts.
Oh my God. Anyway, with that freaking
Zaha Nort.
heartache, we're gonna move on to the Toonami news. I would say before this turns into a Kingdom Hearts podcast.
Too late.
Fair enough. So that concludes the video games. What are you playing segment? We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you've been playing too in the comments below if you'd like. But with that, let's move on to the Toonami news that broke. There's been a decent amount of news in the last couple days. And on top of that, we'll start off with the Fully Cooley Season 3 final impressions since the show concluded.
Better than
What do we think of Fully Cooley? What do we think
All I
of
can
Fully
say
Cooley
about
Season
the
3?
ending is... All I can say about the ending is, I am still lost.
That's fully cool. What else can
I'm
you
just gonna say, if it makes sense to the writers, good on you. That you know, that's the best I could say. Cause like, I don't know. I really liked Fully Cooley Season 3, but I still hold on to what I've said in the past about it. Is that if like I get it, it does feel like Fully Cooley alternative, like. It feels like something alternative to Fully Cooley because it's like, and I guess it just didn't work the best for me because I loved the characters, but the Fully Cooley stuff just stood out to me and just didn't work for me in this one. I thought, still, maybe I need to analyze it more just to understand it better. Or if Maki can tell us if she wants at some point.
Supposedly, it's a prequel to the original Fully Cooley, which I don't see how.
Me
Like
neither.
they had.
Originally, from the tweet, it's originally they planned it to be a prequel, but something in the production side of it probably suggests that that changed.
Is it like an alternate prequel? Like there's multiple prequels?
I
They
don't
got,
think
like,
that they ever managed to actually make a prequel. I think the whole...
They got like current technology in there and stuff. It's
Yeah,
like,
I don't think that they actually made this to be a prequel, considering that
Because it's supposed to be a sequel.
considering if what we got out of this since it was announced that before somebody in the production side of it rewrote the entire original script, it's pretty clear that the original idea probably was to have it tie in more with Fully Cooley.
you want to know what's funny too? I saw the original like teaser trailer when they were teasing it back in 2017, like that one, like when they showed it at Anime Expo last year. And there were like a lot of like differences between that and go take a look at it. Like the 2017 Anime Expo trailer. Like first off, like they only showed like progressive stuff like at the time. Like you still see Hidomi, you still see like Hidomi had a different outfit though, and Haruko was still in like her original season 1 outfit.
Like did they use like cut footage? Like
No. It was like footage from Progressive. Like you would see Ginny and stuff, but like there was like key, like minute differences. Like it only had a different outfit. Like 'cause I don't ever see her wear something like that in the actual show. And then Haruko at the very end had her like original season 1 clothes.
Okay.
Something around on the production side must have changed. That's normal, actually.
I
Yeah.
just find it to be such a shame though, because every episode, like, you could follow it. It
You
was
know,
endearing. And then the last one, the first half you get it, and by the second half you end up with a what the fuck is happening right now? Like, I
if
know
you
that's
want
the thing
to,
with Fully Cooley, but the ending is basically an ending where no one knows what the fuck happened.
It pretty
no,
much decided we want to do 2001 for some reason.
no. What's funny is too is that they said certain things were gonna happen in the new seasons that we never ended up seeing. Like they said, two characters from the original show were married, but we never saw that. Like,
Yeah.
what's up with that? And they said that like 2 weeks before Progressive premiered, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, technically, two characters appeared:
Well,
Conti and
Eyebrow guy.
an evil son.
yeah,
No,
and
eyebrow guy's
that,
son.
no, the son of Eyebrow Guy, and
Because
that's
like you
it.
got small eyebrows, just like your father.
So what we could gather from this is that they basically told us a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Though
Which seems to be,
it does explain why the whole it's a prequel thing does explain why Jason said no, there's no references to Fully Cooley 1 in alternative because
yet
it didn't happen yet. But they have smartphones in alternative.
Yeah.
No, and what's funny is too
That's a
is
little
when
shit. That's a little shit.
no, and what's funny is too is
And
when
alternative ends with a giant planet like right fucking there.
yeah.
no,
I
and then you see
watched- Sorry.
you see Haruko flying through space, and you see like remnants of season one. Like you see Naota and everyone else, like in like kind of a ghosted shade, and then and then cut to the end of alternative.
Yeah, and supposedly Haruko landed on Mars.
Yeah.
So I guess they're still on Earth?
Oh
Ish?
no, it's fully coolly, and I doubt we're ever gonna get an answer to it.
Yeah. Well,
So I guess Haruko landed on Mars, and that's where it's not clear where. Maybe original Fully Cooley happened in Mars, and Progressive might still be in Mars, or it's just too like. I get it, Fully Cooley. It's supposed to be like what the fuck, but usually there's kind of like sense hidden within the craziness, and in this ending, well, there isn't.
well, it's not even that with the ending. Like I said, like
Just imploded.
yeah, like the Fully Cooley stuff just felt unnecessary. Like this to me, this show seemed interesting even if you take out the Fully Cooley stuff. I felt anyway, and it like I've been saying, like I feel like the Fully Cooley stuff with Haruko and everything just like clashed with whatever story they were trying to tell with the girls, which was growing up from a girl perspective. But like and going back to like the marketing behind it, I feel like that's something that I will say that like Jason in the marketing team for Adult Swim are smart, but what I don't like about it is that like he seems to kind of tell us things to get us hyped, and then it doesn't like the things that he says gets us hyped, but yet the things that happen
Don't match up.
They don't match up with what he says, and it's getting to a point now, and I have all the respect for Jason, but I want to say that like it's getting like dangerously close to like J.J. Abrams marketing, where he just says whatever he thinks will hype people up and just not care.
And when you see it, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. They did this with Intruder Part 3 as well. Like they were like big things are coming to Toonami, and then they dropped Intruder 3, and it looked
You know,
interesting. And
you know,
and then look how that turned out. Like,
I don't know what the thoughts you guys were at the time, but I didn't feel Intruder 3 to actually beat an Intruder like tie-in. Like that thing should have been given a different name because this really had nothing.
but that's the point that I'm making is that like there's just so many like they kind of hyped that up to be like Intruder 2 was brilliant, hands down. Everything was done perfect with that.
Yeah, but it took years to write.
Yeah, I know. And then Intruder 3, as we've mentioned in the past, kind of felt rushed and put together, but yet Adult Swim, Jason, and all the guys, when they talked about it, they were like, oh, it's this big deal that's going to, kind of lead toward big things in the future and all that, and it didn't really at all.
Also, I have to mention, because this running joke must keep on going, the threat to Tom and Sarah was an Alaskan bullworm.
Yeah.
It's big,
That's not
scary, and pink.
That's not scary. In fact, that's almost
Toonami's
adorable.
version of Tremors, which I appreciate, but come on.
I have never seen Tremors. Whenever I watch that, I'm thinking, that's an Alaskan bullworm.
Yeah, you gotta watch Tremors. But
half the times I was just waiting for Sandy to just show up and try to rope them together.
but yeah.
Why don't we push the absolution somewhere else?
No, it's the vindication.
But I just want to say, if Jason ever watches this, please be aware of that, and I guess try to not hype us up so much. Just be honest with it.
I mean, my thing is that during the original PR release, and I went back and read through this, I don't think they kept their promise on any of the PR release stuff that they said, like any of the questions that they asked in that PR release. Like they were going to be like, oh, these answers are going to be answered, and I don't feel like I haven't watched all of our alternative yet, so maybe they did, but they didn't answer all those questions.
No, I would say that they left more questions.
Agreed.
Like they answered a question and then gave us like 20
I guess
more.
they answered what happened to Conti, but past that, like, what am I supposed to gather from everything else?
Well, I don't want to sound like a schmuck asking this, but like, did you guys, based on what we saw, did you feel like this was necessary? Like, because Toonami, we've been helping promote it and everything, but like, did you think, like, even going back and like the decision was made? I'm not sure if we talked about it in the past, but like, based on what we got, because I like the shows, both progressive and alternative in some ways, but after seeing both from beginning to end, I kind of feel like they didn't really need to be, they weren't needed really.
I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and they kind of were like, I don't know about it, because was it necessary? Probably not. Was it bad? Not really, but was it really good? And they were kind of like, eh?
Does it
exists?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, does it justify its existence? Pretty much.
My feeling is that, will people remember this in 10 years? That's the thing.
No.
Because
alternative, maybe.
Progressive,
but mainly for the ending.
I really wanted to like Progressive too. When I was watching the promos and everything, like when I was showing off Progressive and alternative, I was leaning more towards Progressive too. But in the end, it ended up being alternative that was better.
Progressive had a problem where they tried to tell a story
and could not tell the story
in 6 episodes.
I felt like they should have made it longer. That just because the original was 6 doesn't mean that these new ones had to be 6.
Well, the original was 6 because it was an OVA. This is a TV series backed by an American company. Why is it 6 episodes for both seasons?
Because nostalgic and stuff.
No, it's because it's the set rule. Every time they bring back an old show from the dead, the rule is to always make it as short as possible. Look at Samurai Jack. Look at freaking
I
Clone
mean,
Wars.
Samurai Jack was
Yeah.
at least a full 10-episode
Yeah,
series, and it's only missing 3 episodes because usually Samurai Jack seasons were 13 episodes long.
like I would say with that, it's like they. I guess the reason why they did 6 episodes was because the original, and not even just because of nostalgia. It's like they probably felt like it's part of Fooly Cooley's uniqueness, you know? That's what
I
it feels like
disagree on
the
that.
reason it is for that.
Like what?
Um,
Okay, so we're bringing back another OVA from the dead that aired on Adult Swim. Read or Die. Fine. Actually, that did get a TV series, and it was a full TV series.
yeah. Well, that's an going back now, thinking about it. I remember Jason saying that according to him, Fooly Cooley season 2 was going to happen at some point, and they jumped in and swept it away.
Yeah.
I kind of. Do you think that's true?
I
When I
think
think about it.
from the
I'm
behind.
sorry,
the,
Jason. I still love you, but was that bullshit?
Well, from the behind the scenes, Maki kind of said like, "Well, the rights were up. We wanted to swoop in and buy them because she knew Adult Swim wanted to make those sequels.
Yeah.
So she obviously bought those rights specifically to go to Adult Swim to tell them, "Hey, we bought these rights. Do you want to be a
Yeah.
part of making a sequel?" And if they said no, which they wouldn't, well, given if Toonami at that time wasn't doing well, but given if they didn't, they would have made it anyway. So
I know
I'm
it's-
willing to believe them on that front. Maybe they would have found some other American investor, maybe Netflix or somebody else, to put money into this sequel.
Mm.
You know, now I'm wondering how they're going to do the home release. Because we always got to have some cool collector's edition type things. Like, I'm curious to see what kind of stuff we'll get in the home release, the eventual home release. Maybe they might put a little extra something related to the show. You never know. Hopefully.
But like that's the thing though. Like I'm just wondering, was the Fooly Cooley rights like as aggressively pursued from other companies as it was claimed? That I'm just curious if that was.
I mean, it's possible.
Didn't the home release of Fooly Cooley want to have something extra or something, or like some extra scene or something for the whole one?
Can you repeat that? I can't understand you.
Yeah.
No, I was saying, didn't the home release of Fooly Cooley have like some extra thing or whatever, some extra scene or something? Like, I
don't
think
know.
I remember seeing something on YouTube video, and I'm like, I was like, I don't remember that scene.
I don't know. I don't have it.
You know. Well, y'all want to move on to the next topic?
I think so. I think that pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm like falling asleep. I'm gonna have to jump off.
No.
All right. Also, sorry, Adult Swim, but we want to ask the tough questions, you know?
My feeling is like,
Don't pull
Before
an
we
19
move on.
and like give a 9 out of 10 on a game that doesn't deserve it. I mean, on something that doesn't deserve it.
I am happy that it exists, and I didn't, like I said, I got enjoyment out of it, which is the least you could say for any type of like product like this, you know?
yeah.
But-
I mean, my feeling is that if people remember it in 10 years, I feel like, yeah, I think it was worth its time, but will these like stand the test of time? I'm kind of having a hard time
Yeah.
trying to argue why they will.
Yeah, I agree. I would say like the first one will do that as compared to them, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's something about these two that feel like, even though I do, from what I've watched of Alternative, I haven't finished it. It just feels a little corporate, like very distant.
Yeah, it's funny that's why I kind of made the J.J. Abrams comparison. Like this feels like the 10 Cloverfield Lane or Cloverfield Paradox versions of Fooly Cooley. when you're.
Oh God.
They're not that bad, but I'm just saying, like, for like the purpose of their existence, like it felt like, especially alternative. Like I said, it felt like they were doing something else with it, and then they just dropped the Fooly Cooly stuff into it. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, that's not really how anime production works.
I know, but that's what it felt. That's what it felt like it with it. From my view, like that's the vibe that I got from it.
I mean, from my vibe, from what I got from season 2, is that I felt like it was very corporate.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree with that.
the ideas kind of felt like, okay, there's some cool ideas that the new staff brought in, but it feels like a lot of it was kind of pushed on by their American partners. Like, hey, bring back some pillows. I feel like Fooly Cooly could benefit from having different musical styles that the director likes. Like, that was the original appeal of the original Fooly Coolies, that the original director liked the pillows and he wanted them in that show. But
that's interesting.
yeah, having the pillows in there, it's like, okay, so you're trying to make this like nostalgic and corporate and all that, where instead of giving full creative control to the team of what they want to do. Like, to me, I would just say, hey, we don't care who you get in terms of musical score. Just make it your thing.
Just don't get Skrillex.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to the next
it would
topic.
have been interesting if they brought in like new unknown artists that, just to kind of mix up the music, or pick like a specific artist to do it.
I mean, I understand why they got the pillows because
Yeah, no, but
Fooly Cooly. But I feel
That is
like
an interesting point.
I tend to think like a lot of this is very corporate. I do think Adult Swim does give a lot of creative control to their partners, both in America and Japan. But there are points where I'm like, how much involvement do you guys really have in the production side of this, where you guys are actually overlooking everything and actually telling them, okay, well, no, you can't have this, but you can have this. I'm sure they give good creative control to their partners. It's just sometimes it feels like they don't. And it kind of reflects in the product. Either way, like, I'll finish up Fooly Cooly 3 at some point and see how that turned out. But at the moment, my current stance is progressive, not great. Alternative from the episodes I watched, good. Will they last the test of time? I don't know, probably not.
So we move on now.
Yep.
Well, that concludes the Fooly Cooly topic. If you want to chime in, please go right ahead in the chat and also leave comments below. Curious about your opinions as well. If you've seen Fooly Cooly season 2 and 3,
subscribe to Toonami Squad.
Yeah, the 3 people watching.
Shameless plugging while we just shit talked Adult Swim and Jason DeMarco. That's how that.
I respect those guys, but
I know, me too.
So before we move on to the next topic, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a little news thing. This is literally not related to Toonami or Adult Swim in any way, but I was reading this and I felt like I just had to share this. There's apparently another SpongeBob movie. It's called It's a Wonderful Sponge, and it's expected to release July 2020, and it's going to be a prequel to the show. And it will literally have a musical score by Oscar winner Hans Zimmer.
Jesus.
I'm not surprised at all.
Whoa.
Why?
I'm not surprised at all.
That's
remember,
not a joke.
They did turn SpongeBob into a Broadway musical.
Yeah, but why? Why is it? Are we gonna get like Wonder Woman type music?
Like that sounds less plausible than the Courage Cowardly Dog prequel that apparently is coming to Boomerang. That is apparently being produced
That's a
by
thing.
This
Boomerang.
Cartoon Network don't even have faith.
Like what? A prequel to Courage the Cowardly Dog? Like what?
Someone greenlit it?
How about fucking release it on Blu-ray for God's sake? The original show. It doesn't need a prequel. Don't do this.
Okay, so moving on to the next topic because we're going to go into another tangent.
Yes.
Mob Psycho.
Good call.
No.
Mob Psycho.
I have
Tell me
not
to
seen
stop.
it, and I'll
Finally.
watch it for the first time. on
Finally.
Same here. But I've heard
Finally.
great things about it.
It is great. It is a slow burn show, though.
film. Did it have a dub already, or is this the
Yeah.
first time?
It had a dub. The dub's been out since late 2016 or 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, late 2016.
I thought because I was looking at the stuff and they were talking about the dub, and I'm thinking, excuse me, I was thinking it's a new dub.
Nah, the dub's
Nah,
been out for a while.
Yeah.
Is there a second season or no?
Yep, second season
Yeah,
premieres
second-
in January.
Yep.
Oh, of course.
Just in time.
Those typical
Yeah.
long anime waiting gap for new seasons.
I mean, it was like a year, or like actually, it's been 2 years since the season 1, so it's not that long.
Isn't Mob
They've been
Psycho the
They've
same?
been getting better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Mob Psycho 100 was on the top of my list of shows I wanted to see on Toonami for a long time.
It apparently
Is it-
was on a lot of people's list too. That's been demanded for a while.
Yeah.
I'm
Isn't it-
indifferent.
Isn't
The show
Mob-
is good, but
Isn't Mob Psycho made by the same person as One Punch Man?
Yes, it is.
yes.
In fact, there's a meme that
And yet,
looks like Saitama, and for what I hear, it's pretty much like a psychotic. It's more like a mental psychotic type of show of One Punch Man to me. To my understanding, that's what the vibe that I got from it, from the trailer, and from things I've heard about it.
I like how season 2 of Mob Psycho is coming before season 2.
That's
of
not
One
how it
Punch
works,
Man.
but I won't spoil it.
Okay. Well, I'm a dumb American, so what do I know?
Yes. So,
I will say this about Mob Psycho: if they can get a season 2 simul-dub from Bang Zoom fast, we could see them continue Mob Psycho immediately after season 1 ends, which would be like February.
Interesting.
I mean, Bang Zoom has made quick turnarounds before. Whether they can keep up with a
has anyone ever
That-
seen the Bang Zoom dub of Dragon Ball Super?
nope.
Ooh.
I did. I laughed.
Look it up.
No.
It is
got
hilariously bad.
It got canceled after the Frieza saga. There's a good reason why. Go take a look.
I mean, it got canceled because that was for international markets.
You know, I'm just kind of low-key curious if they did continue, like how later scenes would play out with that cast. Like voice hit or like freaking Zansu or something. Like how would freaking Lex Lane sound as Goku Black?
I mean, I'm not sure how far they dubbed.
They literally went up to the Frieza. The
No,
resurrection after that was-
because I believe the run got axed, like internationally, like it just stopped airing. They probably dubbed a good fair amount. Probably
I mean, unless
like
it gets released for home, but who would want that?
like the first major arc, like the first non-filler arc of Super.
I think what really happened is that okay, we're gonna have this dub for the Asian market, and
Why
then
would they
like
need
a
a
long
separate dub for the user market though? Let's use the
Because-
Funimation one.
because Toonami Asia was doing huge numbers with Dragon Ball Z, so they were focused on that market specifically. That's the only reason they commissioned that dub. But a bunch of time later, Toei Animation and Funimation get into a deal. Funimation starts dubbing it, and suddenly Toei has 2 dubs at their disposal.
You see
Funimation.
Yeah.
So rather than continue the Bang Zoom dub, they probably just decided, okay, well, we're not going to continue dubbing it, but we already did dub it, and we promised this channel that they could air it, so let's just hand it over to them, and we'll see how to handle it from there. And it didn't do that good numbers, anyway.
like
So-
you know, like I'm kind of, you know, I'm just like I'm always curious at how international audiences receive certain shows. and like how certain networks function there. And like I was like fascinated at like how Toonami is ran internationally compared to here. It's like it's literally like its own channel or something. Is it?
Yep.
Basically,
How did this turn into a Dragon Ball Super conversation?
I don't
have
know.
no idea.
I mentioned the Bang Zoom dub.
I mean,
Dragon Ball Super.
it is-
Santu started it.
Yes,
Fair
blame me. All right. Does anyone else have anything else to say on Mob Psycho?
No.
I'm
excited.
gonna say that people are gonna love it. The most I can say about it
Well, I'm
without
gonna miss the
spoiling.
first episode.
The most I can say about it without spoiling it is basically the
Spoilers.
kid has psychic powers,
It's
But-
literally said in the trailer.
but
Yeah.
it's tied to his emotions.
That's also
That's also in the trailer, Silver.
I know, but basically, depending on which emotion, that's how strong or weak it is.
Right.
Being happy doesn't necessarily mean his power gets weak.
Hey, Silver,
Of course,
stop
his
spoiling the
power-
trailer.
It's just like
Fine.
those people that spoil, just like those video editors that spoil the entire movie in the trailer before the movie comes out.
Yeah, that's you, Silver,
Sony.
asshole.
I didn't spoil the plot.
You spoiled the trailer. Should be
Mob
ashamed.
dies. There we go. That's
Adult
the
Swim.
spoiler.
Adult Swim put so much effort into that trailer for Mob Psycho, and you just spoiled it all over the internet. All 3 viewers that are watching. You be ashamed of yourself.
God, Silver.
Fine, I'll spoil the show for real.
Mob dies. There, happy ending.
No, he
Season two.
doesn't.
Season 2 is him coping with death.
Coping with death in the afterlife.
Yes.
And I would say that pretty much sums up the Mob Psycho discussion. I'm super excited for it. I can't wait for it to air. The next topic is Daylight Curfew's Toonami Fall Collection.
I have no money, so I can't buy it.
I am out of money because I bought the shirt.
I bought that shirt.
I thought they were okay.
How much is
No,
the
honestly.
shirt?
32.
I almost-
sold out. So
I almost bought the
Cheap
shirt,
person.
but then I realized there's no point. Like,
Man, if I bought,
it's
if I bought-
Chicago weather. A shirt won't do shit.
I mean,
Man.
I wear basically short sleeve shirts
You can get
all
the
the
long
time.
sleeve one, even though it's $40.
Man, if I bought the shirt, then I'd be strangled to death on the
Then it's okay. Then I'll buy the baseball cap. Oh wait, it's Chicago weather. It won't do shit. Like every time I wanted to pick something, I came to that conclusion. So then I just said, "Fuck it. I'm not gonna buy anything. If it's still there by spring, I'll buy it. I'll buy a shirt." But
Toonami the toilet paper. Oh shit! I'm in Chicago.
It's literally just
in
Tom's.
Chicago.
It's literally just Tom's face plastered on each.
oh no, I can't buy that. It needs to be. It needs to be a heating toilet paper. Well, I can't buy
Curfew.
normal.
We just pitched a new product to you.
There's no such thing as a heating toilet paper.
Not that you know.
God.
Not yet.
Put in the microwave, then it's nice and toasty.
Or just light your place on fire.
No, because that will burn my ass if I use it.
But then again, consider you're in Chicago.
That is true. It is better than freezing to death.
Yeah, you're burning to death.
Yeah, but it's better than freezing to death.
Exactly.
Man, I wish I could freeze to death here because in Florida, it's hot all the time.
All the time.
You can have all of it. In fact, we can trade once I get there.
Well, yeah. Going back to the topic, I thought the daylight curfew stuff it looked cool, but I didn't see anything that kind of caught my eye that made me want to drop $30 to $40 on it. Honestly, so I was just like, I'll wait until the next one.
I mean, I got I got it in advance. The link in advance.
Nice.
I would have bought it,
Bought it
but
instantly.
I would have bought it, but I had more priorities than a $32 T-shirt.
Well, any final thoughts with the daylight curfew stuff?
It was nice,
Yeah.
but not
I want
enough
to
for
get
me
it,
to
but
drop
I'm
money
too
on it.
poor.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to get it, but I'm too poor.
That's a shame, aren't we all? Anyway, so that concludes the daylight curfew topic. We'll move on to the hot topics of the day or the episode, which is breaking news. The Funimation Crunchyroll combo duo has been divorced, broken up.
Well,
Oh,
let me play the saddest
okay.
song in the world's smallest violin.
Everyone who's watching, press F in the comments.
So freaking, I'm kind of annoyed because I mean, like a lot of the shows that I've seen through Heard and Crunchyroll have been Funimation properties, and if Funny's going, then I am just wasting money.
Yeah.
What worries me about that breakup is that, well,
Dude, fix your
since the partnership started, I think it's been very clear what Funimation licensed and what Crunchyroll licensed, to us at least. So, to a lot of us, like, they broke up, but most of us
Sony
don't
bought
know
them.
who licensed what at that point. So, for all we know, a third of the shows belong to Funimation and the rest go to Crunchyroll. Because the partnership was, okay, let's say Funimation licenses the show, they dub it, but Crunchyroll gets to stream it, and Crunchyroll gets a show, they get to stream it sub, and Funimation gets to dub it. But during that time, it's never, like, they never really made public of who licensed what.
Right. And
So
yeah,
now there's a
so
bunch of
hard.
shows where we don't know who owns.
yeah.
From my understanding, Crunchyroll's deal with Funimation was that they could distribute titles that they master licensed. Not all titles, but some titles that they had. So
And Dragon Ball Super was the hot topic around the time during the Power was going.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
so glad this breakup didn't happen when if it was still going because I really would have been angry.
Well, I don't know because it just seemed like, look, kind of what Silver said. Like, you didn't really notice really any difference when they did join, and then with the breakup, you have I've been on Crunchyroll, watching One Piece and all those type of things, and it's like I didn't even notice any like new shows that Funimation was doing. I didn't even notice like Crunchyroll having the dub version really anywhere.
I mean,
I didn't really notice anything while the joint while they were
Funimation
together.
mainly hosted the dub while Crunchyroll streamed its subtitles.
that's the thing. It's always hard
Exactly.
to watch like the dub. You either gotta pay for Funimation now, or hope that it's on the streaming service like Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, the anime divide grows bigger every year now that
Because all these
Crunchyroll-
companies gotta freaking buy out every show and make them exclusive to their platform. So if someone wants to see a certain show, you gotta buy multiple freaking.
Hey, want to watch the
'Cause
latest
that's the
hot
business.
shit? You gotta have
Yeah.
like a Netflix, Amazon, High Dive.
freaking DC
Crunchyroll.
Universe. Then.
But at least that competition, like that's a healthy market at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it
that's
gets
true.
so annoying.
But for Crunchyroll and Funimation's partnership, it made it a whole lot easier for people with a limited budget to. Because for the most part, Funimation licenses big titles that most people are going to want to see, and having that Crunchyroll subscription is kind of a key point to them. Because Crunchyroll is very inexpensive, and probably most people have a Crunchyroll account anyway. If you didn't care about subtitles or don't want to deal with Funimation's stupid player.
Yeah, that's valid.
So now
only
this is
time-
basically going back to what it was like when Funimation was on their own, and basically like, well, we're investing time into our service and our service only. Well, that's something.
The question is, what shows go to who because, well,
Any
We
of
don't
the
know.
big shows.
we don't know
We know
who
we know
licensed
that they're
what. Only they know.
well. We know for a fact they're taking down dubs that were on Funimation.
No.
So-
The dubs are leaving.
Shows that belong to Funimation, not
Yeah.
dubs.
No, the problem is too is that this is also going to affect Verve. Because like the neat thing about Verve was that if you had the premium thing right there, you pretty much had access to everything right there, Crunchyroll, Funimation dubs, and everything. Getting in my opinion, my premium account is completely worthless now. Because the thing is that Funimation, if they're breaking up, all their dubbed stuff is going to leave Verve.
Yep.
I only used Funimation Now one time, and that was using a free trial of Funimation Now to binge the entire first season of Attack on Titan dubbed before season 2 came.
Mhm.
And that was like the only time I used it.
I mean, there's not really much we can do. I mean, Verve is now striking a deal with High Dive, which is Sentai's streaming platform. So at this point, it's cool. You get to watch a bunch of Sentai dubs and some older shows, although we don't know what's going on to that. But even so, like if it's basically High Dive in its entirety,
Did
that's cool.
did the Fox and Warner Brothers deal affect Funimation? Because I thought I remember seeing an article claiming that or something.
Funimation's whole corporate buyout by Sony Pictures Television resulted in Sony making a deal saying, "Hey, we're moving away from this partnership. We're doing our own thing."
Gotcha. Okay.
Wait, so Sony was the reason Funimation split with Crunchyroll?
Pretty much.
You know, and I think a lot of people had feared that was going to happen too when it was announced Sony roll up because, you know, they had a thing going with someone else. And Sony's going to be like, no, you're mine now. Stay with me.
So it's fascinating corporate side of this.
I mean, once again, there's not much we can do. You know,
Yeah.
what happened. Right now, with Funimation moving on, they have stated that they are going to be improving their service, and Sony has a bright future for them. So whatever that, whatever that happens, I imagine that they want Funimation now to be like their all-in-one, like 4-inch streaming platform. Because I don't imagine Crackle or any of their other services to be up for much longer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird though because I feel like Funimation could have taken advantage of it, but they just didn't. It just seemed like they, like I said, it just seemed like they didn't do anything with it. It was like they, like at this point, it felt like yeah, let's get good press to the biggest the biggest sub streaming service and the biggest dub streaming service. Let's join forces, and we did nothing. It's weird.
I mean, they did a lot. Funimation released Kabanari of the Iron Fortress. They released Gintama, I believe. They released the 3rd season of Gintama under Crunchyroll. There's been a bunch of titles under Crunchyroll that made it to Funimation. Twin Star Exorcist.
That's fair.
You know, there's some titles that just went under for whatever reason. We don't know what happened to the big order. But you know what's happening now is that possibly, well, right now Funimation is still planning, or whatever they're negotiating deals with Crunchyroll with. They're planning to maybe continue finishing their deal with them on releasing certain titles, and then once those titles are done, their time working with them are up, but maybe not for like ever. I could imagine Crunchyroll licensing out shows to them to distribute.
I could see that. That makes sense. All right.
Well,
Any final thoughts with the topic?
Good luck to both companies.
Same.
May capitalism be in your favor.
Please don't fuck up.
the more money to spend.
Yeah. I think that's all the topics.
Hooray, I can go to bed now.
I believe that's all the topics.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Alrighty. So, yeah. So that concludes all the topics. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Toonami Squad podcast sessions, episode 29 or 30, whatever one it is.
We're too tired to care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's late. If you enjoyed this episode, we hope you did. Please give us a follow. Please subscribe and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications and when we go live next. Also, Facebook, Twitter, pretty much Toonami Squad for all those. Instagram as well, Toonami Squad, and I think
Redbubble.
everything. And the website, ToonamiSquad.com.
Redbubble.
And what?
Redbubble.
Redbubble. We're also on there too.
Fire shit.
Yeah. So, with that, this concludes this episode of the Toonami Squad podcast sessions. I'm your host, Eric Casey, also known as ZRockstar5 on Twitter. You follow?
I'm Phantom. Follow me on Twitter at PhantomStar64.
I'm Sam. I write for Toonami Squad.
I'm second Sam. Follow me on Twitter at Samster2.
I'm Silver, and I forgot my Twitter handle.
Silver Absolution.
Who?
Whatever they said.
Dumbass.
Shut up.
You dumbass.
And I'm Steven. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at StarSo5.
And with that, good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See ya.